I'm Eric Barron, president of Penn State. I'm honored to be a part of this historic occasion. Today's event commemorates the pivotal 1963 March on Washington for freedom and jobs. I was a teenager at the time, and Dr. King was one of my personal heroes. I remember the power of his words when he spoke. And on that day, he told nearly 250,000 people that he had a dream. His dream was very different from the world I lived in, and frankly, the world we live in today. Over the last few years, we have seen the emergence and normalizing of hate speech. We have seen a growing sense of vulnerability of individuals based on how they look, how they worship, and who they love. And if the open sense of hostility to different viewpoints and populations isn't enough, there are those who seek to intentionally compound tensions and promote open conflict through social media and deliberately provoked clashes. At Penn State, we have worked to make progress on the issues of equity, diversity, and inclusion, but it's very clear we still have a long way to go. So this summer, we made a commitment to fight ignorance and intolerance, modeling inclusivity and embracing the power that diversity represents. Our goal is to work together to address both immediate issues and the solutions to long-standing problems. We started by outlining a dozen actionable steps that affect the entire institution, from the Board of Trustees to students to faculty and staff. I have also charged our task force on policing in communities of color to explicitly examine all procedures and practices related to bias and to policies related to the use of force, including those that result from our partnerships across the Commonwealth. And I established a select Penn State Presidential Commission on Bias and Community Safety to make specific recommendations on ensuring the safety of our community, especially in the context of the expected political and social unrest that we are facing. I remember walking and singing in the funeral procession of Dr. King that began at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta. We walked in rows, many times holding hands, spanning the entire width of the street for miles. Behind us, someone would raise their voice in song, "We shall overcome," and everyone would start singing. But what was amazing was that when the song was over, you could hear the song end farther and farther into the distance, like a train receding as it gets farther and farther away. Dr. King's "I Have a Dream" speech is iconic. It's taught in schools, memorized by students, and has been selected as one of the best speeches in history. But it hasn't been fully realized. We need to continue to march until it is. Thank you.